Area is a number of 1 by 1 squares that can fit into a shape with no overlap. So we're going to be finding the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. But first we're going to start with a rectangle because it's easier to count. So we've made our rectangle, and we know that the area is the number of 1 by 1 squares that fill a shape. So we're going to make our 1 by 1 squares. So this is H rows and B columns. Instead of adding them all together, we're going to multiply because that is the more efficient way. So we're going to do B times H because multiplying is when we have the same amount of the same kind of object. So we'll take this, the B and the H, and multiply them. To prove that all the area of all the triangles is 1/2 base times height, we're going to pick any base on the triangle. So we have a chance of 3 vertexes, either on the triangle, inside the triangle, or on the outside of the triangle. We're first going to prove that the area of a triangle with the vertex on the triangle is 1/2 base times height. So to find the area of a triangle with a vertex on the triangle, we first make it into a rectangle by moving this to the other side. And we see that the base of the rectangle is same of the base of the triangle, and the same is the height. So to find the area of the rectangle, we can do base times height. But since we want the triangle, we can see that it's half of the rectangle, which is when we do 1/2 base times height. We are going to make this triangle into the rectangle. So what we did is we added this part of the triangle to this side and this part of the triangle to this side, which shows we have a rectangle. So we have the height right here and the base is along the bottom. So to show that it is 1/2 base times height, our triangle is half of this rectangle because what we added is half of the main triangle. So we can see that the base is still the same after the triangle have been made, and so the height and the base are still the same. So to find the area of the rectangle, we would do base times height, just like we did before. And since we talked about this is half of the rectangle, it would be 1/2 base times height. Okay, so for our third vertex, our height of the triangle is on the outside of the triangle. So we have an extended base, which we're going to call big B minus this base, which would be little b. So the whole base is going to be labeled big B. So if with those labels, the area of our new triangle is going to be 1/2 big B times H, but that would be to find the whole triangle. But we just want to find the area of this one. We need to subtract 1/2 big B minus little b times H. So with that we can distribute. So we get 1/2 big B times H minus 1/2 big B times H minus 1/2 little b times H. We see that we're left with 1/2 base times height because these two cancel out.